Stream is live. It's starting. Sorry for the delay. So yeah, the first 4 minutes will be out of this when it is being shown. Yeah. Basically, this time we're not only going to be touching on these important topics of TCS Code Vita, but what we're also going to be doing is, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be side by side going through the questions that have come and helping in solving these questions and how exactly these questions are to be solved. Because see, now, as I have already done TCS's Code Vita and well, I have fared pretty decently, I can say very happily, I can say that I've fared pretty decently and got a rank of 129. But it wasn't easy. So what we need to look at is not only this boring code, okay, this obnoxious code. And you'll be like, why is it written in Java? Why is some stuff written in C? And why is some stuff written in C++? So the basic understanding of all this is a step-by-step understanding. So like, how does it work? Now, there are certain time limits. Now, actually, let's just first understand what Code Vita is. Let's open the TCS's Code Vita page over here. right? As soon as we go on the TCS code Vita, it shows you a beautiful home page which is loading at the moment. Yeah, registrations open. There is that. So yeah, it's a pretty exciting thing. You get mock Vitas also, and then it's a long thing. Now, yeah, as we can see a sample question, yeah, a solid cube of 10 to 10 meters. So this is how a question is given. There is an input and output and some constraints given. Along with the constraints, it shows you an example system. Now, what you need to understand is first, see, now this is again something that is very unorthodox, and I'm asking you to do. But forget the problem description, input, output constraints, difficulty level, everything for 5 minutes. Okay. See, what you need to focus on is the time limit and the examples. Okay. Now we need to see that what is the input that we've given. We've given an input of three. Then we've given a string, means we've given array, a list of numbers ranging 1, 1, 10, 2, 10, 0, 1, 9. Okay. And now the output has come 4.05. Now read the explanation of this. There are 3 points visited by the beetle. The beetle starts on the top face of the cube, z equals to 10, at point 1, comma 1, comma 10. So we are able to understand that this is a beetle type of question. It's something related to a beetle. So, and here we can see we are seeing what the total distance traveled is of a beetle. So it's a basic distance question at the end of the day. Instead of anyone reading the whole thing, this whole thing, see, you have a time limit, and that time limit is pretty important because although I'm saying this for the first round, that you have 6 questions and you have 6 hours for 6 questions. Trust me, I got 2 questions right. Okay, I just got 2 questions right the first round. My rank was around some, it was about 1200, or yeah, it was about 1200 odd, a rank. It was obnoxious. Yeah, 2 questions in 6 hours is crazy. Yes, it is. It takes a lot of time. Yes, but again, these are questions that take a lot of time, not only in your problem solving but also in the execution. As you see, the time limit is supposed to be 1 second. Okay, so this has to be apt. This has to be a very technically very strong answer. That is why the difficulty level is complex. Last time we had some questions here, which if you right right now, also I'm showing you some free places where you can see all of this, because that is my motto. It's Code Vita, not Code Vita, right? Yeah. As soon as you go to TCS Code Vita, you'll see all these problems. Yeah, 2023 problems, they were all medium. So these were problems that weren't even hard. These were problems that were pretty easy. And still, people like me fumbled. Although I did get a pretty good rank, but I still did fumble at the end of the day. Right? So now let's just see how are we going to be executing and writing the code for this. One second. One second. Yeah. Before that, let's just once look at this. Just have a look at this one small little code snippet and tell me whether you are able to understand the basics of what is there in the question. I know it is highly impossible. Not highly impossible, it is impossible. I'm asking you to do some nonsense. But trust me, just see if you can figure out. See, this is the output also. Input is 12, this is the output. So basically, we're going to be doing some nonsense. That is correct, right? See, It's a constellation problem at the end of the day, where these are representing stars, galaxies in space. Galaxies hash. There can only be one or many stars. Stars can only be in the shape of orbits, and the collection of star is in the shape of the orbits is a star. So what does this mean? 18. What is the input? Again, the constraints are 3 less than equal to n less than equal to 10 to the power 5. Let's just check it out over here. खोल लेना चलिए दिख रहा है नहीं दिख रहा है पहले अच्छा मैंने एक सेकंड मैंने यही स्क्रीनशॉट कर रखा है एक one second I'm trying to figure this out. I'm new to streaming so I have not much of an idea what exactly is it that I'm doing at the moment. I'm pretty sure it is working and it should be working better. I need to change this. So I need to change some kind of a setting which I've done. Oh wow. Once. Wow. एक सेकंड हाँ अरे मैं okay great nice right one of the best online compilers online GDB. Yep, we've all used it. And it loads. Okay. Let's just one study the question over here. Okay, so a solid cube of 10 to the power 10 to the power 10. Okay, so either we write it in Python or we write it in C. So, as people are familiar with Python, let's try and write it in Python, shall we? So, where is this thing? Yeah, where? Yeah, so stream पे देख रहा है क्या? So, okay, let's go with Python. Python 3, right? Import math, and then we need to define a particular function. We need to define the same phase ka function. Basically, it we have to check if the 2 points are on the same phase, like three-dimensional axis. तो दो सेम फेस पे है नहीं है वो चेक कर रहे हैं and sorry if what do you say this is a little different like during this thing. Let's see, काम करता हूँ मैं. I'll just do one thing. Where is this? It's still zero views. Great. I'm just writing code. There's no need for me to do anything like that. Okay. Now let's just clean this code and see if it is running or not. So basically, this is the code given by ChatGPT. See, I'm not telling you not to use this during the practice sessions. It is better, but you need to understand it also because at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to copy paste. Trust me, I tried. Okay, and one more thing.